guys, so today's video is on this makeup look right here. If you do want to see how I got it, then just please keep on watching. So the first product I'm going to use today on my skin is this Smashbox Photo Finish Blemish Control Primer. And then because I do feel like my skin is feeling really dehydrated at the minute, I'm going to take the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer Water. The foundation that I want to use today is the Loreal Infallible 24-Hour Fresh Wear Foundation. I am hoping that this is the right shade for me, so we will see. This foundation is really universal, so even if you're oily or dry, this pretty much does suit most people. So yeah, I do really like this foundation. I'm going to buff it in with this Real Techniques brush, so it's like a really nice fluffy dual fibre brush. I have just used one pump so far and it has pretty much covered most of my face, so that's really good. Normally I would do my eyebrows after my eyes, but today, because of the look that I am doing, I am going to put my eyebrows on first. So before I do that, I'm just going to conceal my eyelids and just around my brows, just so then I know the coverage that I need around there is there already. I'm going to take this Urban Decay Naked Skin Weightless Complete Coverage Concealer in the shade Medium Light Neutral. This is still one of my favourite concealers that I've ever tried. To buff that in my skin, I'm just going to take this Morphe M335 brush. To set my lid area, I'm just going to take this Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish Skin Perfecting Micro Powder in 1. I'm going to use my Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz today. This is in the shade Medium Brown. I am someone that really struggles doing my own brows. Like, I don't know what it is. I think just because I've not got that much hair there, but I want them to look thicker without them looking like they've been drawn on. I do really struggle getting like that nice balance. So I think the key is to brows is to kind of just really take your time with them and kind of like sit back, you know, to look, to see how they're looking on each stage. I always think I'd rather have thinner brows than them look too drawn on, if you know what I mean. So that's how I'm going to leave my brows for now. I will go over with brow gel once I've done my eyes. That will just help to blend like everything in together and make it look more natural. So I'm going to start my eyes now. I'm going to use this palette here. So it's by the Balm, and it's the Meet Matte Ador matte eyeshadow palette. So this one is like a really old palette, but I still love it to this day. I'm going to take this shade here and just have that as my transition shade. That has just put like the slightest of wash of colour on my lids, but I just feel like it's just a nice little base that I can go back and forward to when I need to just blend out some colours. So I've never really done this look on myself, so I'm not really sure how I'm going to be doing it. I'm just going to kind of go and see where it takes me. But I am going to take this MAC eye kohl in Costa Riche, and I'm going to basically start putting that like on a V shape here and kind of like have it winged out, and then I'm going to blend it then once it's on. So I'm just going to do one eye at a time, and so first I've just started by popping it on the outer edge of my eye, and I'm going to start blending that now before I do start going up. Taking this Morphe brush, this is the Jaclyn Hill collab, but it's the GH42. I know they do this brush in general, so it's not just the Jaclyn Hill's collab that you can get this. I think you can buy it individually, but I'm just going to start blending that now. And then I'm going to take the pencil now, and I'm just going to slightly start popping it up here where I want the shape to be. So all you want to keep doing is adding the pencil and blending as and where you feel like you need it the most, and kind of just start building up the intensity that you're wanting for the actual eye look itself. Alright, so I have blended that out now to how I want it. So going back into the exact same palette, I'm going to take this shade right here. In fact, before I do that, because I do want it to be quite intense, I'm going to go back in with the same concealer. I'm going to take like the slightest of bit on my hand, and I'm just going to kind of carve out where I'm going to have this lighter shade. Just so then when I do put it on, it's got a really nice brightness to it. And then I'm going to go straight over that with that shade. So I want to start adding a little bit of warmth now to the actual eye look itself, and I want to start blending out these outer edges and just putting a little bit more of a smokiness on the like crease side of it. So I'm going to take this brush here. It's again Morphe, the M506 brush. So it's like a really nice small fluffy brush, and I'm going to use this NYX Lid Lingerie palette here, and I'm going to take this really nice warm like burnt orange shade here. First I'm going to just slowly start popping that in my crease area. And then a little bit down here just to make it a bit more smoky. I will be putting on a winged liner, so I'm not too fussed about this specific area here just because I know I am going to be covering it up. I'm now going to put the winged liner on, and I'm going to take my trusty Rimmel London Exaggerate liquid eyeliner in black. So I did a really big wing. I feel like this look, I want it to be really like big and intense, and like I probably will smoke it out a little bit more. But I'm going to go in with some false lashes now, and I'm going to take these Ardel Studio Effects Demi Wispies, which look like this. I think they're just like your normal Demi Wispies, but they're like a lot thicker on the ends. So I think these will be really nice. I love Ardel false lashes in general. I think they're really nice and really comfortable to wear. So I'm going to curl my lashes first. Alright, so my lashes are on now, so I'm just going to put some mascara just to join my natural lashes and the false lashes. These lashes are a lot bigger than I expected them to be honest. I would probably like a bit smaller ones, but they're still nice. But I am going to put some mascara on now and just join my natural lashes and the false lashes together. I'm going to try and not put too much on though, because I don't want them any bigger than what they already are. And to also finish my brows off, I'm going to put the Anastasia Beverly Hills Clear Brow Gel on. So moving back onto my face, I'm going to take the foundation that I use and just pop a little bit more on. I do want my coverage to be just a smidge heavier than what it actually is at the moment. To now put my concealer on, so I'm just going to use the same one that I used for my to prime my lids, so it's the same colour and everything. To bronze up the skin, I'm going to take this Nars Laguna liquid bronzer. This is such a nice bronzer. It's really nice and universal for quite a lot of skin tones. So I'm just going to pump a little bit of that on the back of my hand. It's really liquidy, so you can really move it about and get quite a lot of coverage from the product. To blend that, I'm going to take this Luxie brush here, which is a large angle 504 brush. And I'm just going to work the product a little bit on the back of my hand before I go onto my face. And then I just like to stamp it onto my skin. So it's just going to give me a little bit of coverage. I'm now going to set my face, and so I've just recently got this Glossier Wowder Weightless Finish Powder. I've heard really good things about it, so I'm going to use this today. It's like got really super cute packaging as well. I got mine, so it says that it's G8 to G10. I will double check I think it was the shade range that they did have. So we'll find that out and I'll link it down in the description. So I'm just going to go over my creases just to make sure they're all blended out. So before I carry on and finish off my face, I'm going to go ahead and finish off my eyes. I'm going to take this like really short flat brush. This is a Katy Lomas brush in Indie. And I'm going to take that shade that I used at the very beginning of my eyes. And then I will go in with the NYX palette. I'm using the same brush. I'm going to go into this shade here. And I'm just going to dust that very lightly underneath pretty much my whole area. And then to finish my eyes, I'm going to take my Maybelline Colossal Waterproof Mascara and just pop some mascara on my bottom lashes. So I'm really excited to try this next product out because I've not actually used it yet. It's the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Bronzer. I got it in the shade 2 Medium. So if it's anything like it's like face powder, it should be really nice. And like, they're massive. So this is like the normal like face powder, sorry. And then this is the bronzer. So it's like the daddy version of this basically. This is what the shade looks like here, so it looks really nice. I have already swatched it with my finger, if you can see that mark. So yeah, I'm going to give that a go now. To apply this with, I'm going to take this Morphe M104 brush. So that bronzer is really nice. My first impressions on it are... For my highlight, I'm going to take this, so this Morphe palette here, it's the 35F, and I'm going to take this shade right here. So on my Katy Lomas Pixie brush, it's like a really small brush. I'm just going to pop a tiny bit on my inner corners, a little bit under the brow. Tiniest of bits here and here, just over my cupid's bow. Using this bigger brush here, I'm going to take the slightest of bit and just pop it here. So I'm not sure if I want a blush yet, so I am going to move on to my lips and then see how I feel then. I'm going to take this MAC lip pencil in Spice. And then for my lipstick, I'm going to take this MAC Powder Kiss lipstick in Impulsive. And I think I might just add this one in the centre. So it's another MAC Powder Kiss lipstick in My Tweedy. It's just a smidge lighter. And then I'm going to put some gloss on, so I'm going to take this Fenty Beauty Gloss Balm in Fussy. This Fenty Beauty Gloss Balm in Fussy. I am going to put some blush on, so I'm going to take this MAC one here, which is called Peach Twist, and I'm going to apply it with this My Kit Kat brush, which is called My Blush and Polisher. To set that all in place, I'm going to take my Morphe Continuous Setting Mist. Alright you guys, so that is it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!